but he caught himself.
How do you know that?
But
if he didn't say it.
But I caught him
how much
almost
of it?
say
How much of it did he say?
Hold on. That is not at all what I
You
said.
guys are joking about two different things.
So Deion was correct. We are just on different wavelengths, snickering over to ourselves, thinking that we're so smart. I got him. We didn't get anything. We were way off.
Let's just really cut this part out and leave it to make it look funny. The coasts where it's moist enough, but I don't imagine the inner bits would grow it very well. It would be very rough on the plants.
Yes, the geological term, interbits.
Interbits. I ain't no geometrist.
I understand. You love her dowry, and that's why you've been plotting her murder. And that is why I have invited Chris Hansen. Now, I did not look him up.
Whoa, not Chris Hansen. No.
I did not look him up before I invited him, and he's very confused because everybody here is of age. And I would like to point out that I invited the wrong person, but he's here to talk to you and say, no, that's it. That's all we got.
People love your voice, like my mom. She's...
Yes, your mom has been like, oh, he's faking his voice. I'm like, no. Actually, I started faking my voice after she said that because I was so goddamn self-conscious about it.
You literally beat a person so bad at Monopoly they broke up with you?
So hold on. This is her fault because she was like, I never lost a Monopoly. I'm too good. That was her fault. She challenged me. She shouldn't.
No, that's Matt's fault. That's 100% Matt's fault.
Welcome to Old Topics New Pizza, where we start with a single idea, then go off the rails until we forget everything that ever happened. I am Matt, also known as Ruminous.
I am just Deion. No one else. I'm tired of getting confused for other people.
And I am Grundlefunyon, Lord High Demon of the hellish court of the Nine. And I come and proclaim this to all mortal people.
Would you move out, dude? God, you haven't paid rent in like 3 months.
I will pay rent as soon as the corporation known as provides what they promised in their demonic contract. All the young femboys that they promised to create with their new non-binary greetings.
Yeah, sure, whatever. You were in Hunchback in Notre Dame. I don't care. That was 40 years ago, man. The well was dried up. Find something else.
You saw me in Hunchback? Nobody remembers Grundle in Hunchback. Oh, thank you. I'll sign a copy of DVD if you have.
Buddy, no one has DVDs anymore. You gotta sign the clouds. Can you go pee in the clouds for me?
I know a wizard who might. Let me get back to you on that. What? Hold on. I think your other friend is here.
Alright, I'm here. Alright, I'm back. The bit's over, the thing's done, Grundlefunyon is dead. I don't know, he returned to the hellish nines. Conservative Twitter is losing their mind because Disney has changed some fucking saying within their facility in Florida from hello boys and girls to hello kids, so as to not be gender assumptive. Why are people mad about this?
Because I get to be mad about something and it proves that I'm right and you're wrong. I legitimately could not tell you a reason why. It's the same thing as saying hello everybody, hello all. It's not even, to me, it's not even a gender thing. It's just like, it's less words to say. I'm being lazy.
Better than boys and girls because who doesn't want...
Hey, boys and girls.
Who doesn't want...
It's not a good look. It's not a good thing.
Who doesn't want their inner kid to be greeted when they go to Disneyland?
That didn't sound any better the way you said it, actually.
Well, no, because I mean, like, when you go to Disneyland, you feel like a kid again.
Please don't greet my inner child.
I don't know. I've never been to Disneyland. Thanks for rubbing it in.
I have not been to Disneyland. I've been to the outside part that you can go to.
Oh,
So here's
you got
the
the
official
waft.
change.
You got the waft in the
Studios.
air of Disneyland.
Yeah, Universal Studios is pretty cool.
Universal Studios is the best. Here's the official change. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls has been removed from the announcements at Magic Kingdom Fireworks Show and has been replaced with good evening, dreamers of all ages. So Deion, you hit it on the head, my man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, first of all, it's gender exclusionary. You know, it doesn't cover non-binary, it doesn't cover gender fluid, doesn't cover gender queer, you know,
Doesn't cover whatever the fuck I am.
It doesn't cover Matt, you know, being a recently raised from the dead amalgam of different body parts selected from graves.
Some people think vampires are sexy. I may not be a vampire, but some people think they're sexy, so I think I got a shot.
Yeah, I mean, you're like a nemesis to a vampire, so somebody's got to find you hot.
Frankenstein ladies, hit me up. See what's going on.
Yeah. Great. That's a great idea.
Oh, that's all flutes. I'm cutting that out. That's not a good.
Yeah, call the necrophiles. Why don't you?
Whoa.
That's staying in.
I did not say that. I said Frankenstein ladies. I did not say necrophiliacs.
What do you think a Frankenstein lady is? We've already made the joke that Frankenstein's the doctor. The doctor got body parts for his perfect man. He was a homosexual necrophile.
Nobody colloquially understands that Frankenstein has been morphed. It has been semantically changed into the monster. Stop doing this pedantic bullshit because no one cares.
So yeah, people are apparently trying to boycott Disney over this. My response, good fucking try. Like, good luck. You know, it's Disney. It owns half of America at this point.
I always love that. We're going to boycott Disney. I'm sure you are, over this very minute thing that, in reality, probably actually wasn't even directed at you.
Deion, check your liquor bottles. One of them's definitely owned by Disney.
We do check where we get our liquor, actually.
Oh, yeah, good.
The wine that we buy.
Do you get streaming on it? Do you get 5G?
What?
You get 5G liquor.
Like I was going to say, one of the wines that we buy is produced by a jazz musician. I believe it's Marcus Johnson. I'll have to double check. But it's a black-owned wine company, so we buy it from them.
I cannot wait for the day, and I mean that I can, where we have bottles and stuff that just has advertisements on it. And I don't mean the typical advertisements. I mean like the super, like, just absolutely ravaged world.
Like a hologram warping around.
I'm thinking like holograms or things
just
just changes. Like, hey, watch or whatever. I'm like, can you not?
The day I start getting targeted ads inside of is the day I start bringing fire bombs to every store I walk into. Because
the drink or the actual bomb?
No, the actual bomb. Because the minute my phone starts telling the technology around me what to advertise to me, is the minute as we've established earlier, everybody in the local vicinity thinks I'm some Republican nut job, because apparently that's what fucking Google thinks.
Along with, what was that, Hobbit queer posting?
Yeah, also, but I'm also getting like... I'm getting so many mixed messages. I got another right-wing ad the other morning. The one redeeming quality of a Republican or right-wing owned advertisement is you can always tell within the first 5 words it's some Republican nonsense. Because it's either in 2010, Obama, like, nope, immediately, nope.
In 2010, while Obama was a president, I chipped my tooth. Coincidence?
Yeah.
I think not.
So the advertisements in convenience stores, once you walk in, it like pings your phone. You go down the aisle, the snack aisle or the drink aisle, and the things that they think that you like are just slightly brighter.
Oh,
just some weird holographic shit.
Yeah, there's LED lights on the shelves, right? But on the LED lights that they think you like,
you're realizing this is getting all fluted out, right? Because this is a great idea that we need to patent and sell.
No, this is not a great idea. This is a Black Mirror idea. What are you talking about?
This is the new pop-up ads. Like, they're a terrible idea. It's going to ruin humanity, but we're going to be rich. So, fuck them.
Yeah, it's like all the snacks and all the products are like they're lit up by LEDs, and it seems random. Like this one is a blue backlight, this is a green backlight, but all the products they think you like are highlighted by what they think your favorite color is. So you're more attracted to them.
I also think the bars themselves will have automated pushers that move the things it thinks you want slightly forward.
Yeah.
And everything else slightly back. Like, I can see this as a fully automated, like, tailored shopping experience, like the store moving around you in Kanto style, but in an awful...
We don't talk about that movie.
In an awful, like, dystopian, sterile environment. Ugh, just the Matrix mixed with Idiocracy, and I hate it.
And it's so good. And we already depict, like in movies, you only ever see a convenience store accessed by one person very late at night. So it's not even unreasonable to think that the store could move your favorite products just like a quarter inch forward. You wouldn't even notice. People don't even know what's happening. They just think, man, this store always has what I want stocked at the front, and it's so easy to grab. It's such an ergonomic store. It's perfect.
No, this is gaslighting the shopping experience, and I'm not here for it.
What do you think advertisements are?
Shit. Every time I see an advertisement, I'm like, way off. Not even close. I do not want a weird neck pillow that also is a ring light. What in the world?
Speaking of conservative mumbo bumbo bullshit, I'm taking our asses all the way to India for this one, baby.
What did India do to you?
Not what India did to me. It's what this textbook did to the fine establishment of Indian higher education. College textbook in India extols the virtues of dowries.
Are you reading? Because I want to make sure you used all the words correctly.
Extols
you said a lot of fancy words. I want to make sure that you used them correctly.
Yeah.
Did you mean to praise a dowry, or did you mean to diminish a dowry?
It praises the dowry system.
Okay, all right.
Textbook list dowry merits. Yeah, so I'm going to read you from this textbook.
Oh, my favorite. I love reading textbooks.
This is a college textbook in India. The most important cause of accepting a dowry by a groom's parents is that they have to give a dowry to their daughters and sisters. Naturally, they look at a dowry of their sons to meet their obligations in finding husbands for their daughters. Merits of dowry. Literally a bolded, italicized section head that says merits of dowry. There are certain merits and advantages of a dowry system. Dowry is helpful in establishing new households. The custom of giving household items like cots, mattresses, televisions, fans, refrigerators, utensils, clothes, and even vehicles are found
and general shit you find lying around the house.
Dowry. So here's my thing. First off, that's called a wedding present.
It's different. It's different.
Yeah, it's forced.
You're not listening to me. It's different. You're not listening. Nick. It's different. Okay. It's not a wedding present. It's a dowry. Now take my fork, very rusty, and it's a dowry. Also, I found this lint.
This lint. I'll give you tuppence and what seems to be a pile of pubic hair.
Awesome.
Second bullet. The parental share of property. The girl receives a share of the parental property as dowry. So basically, land is one of the merits of dowry.
Hold on. Jesus. Why is the woman receiving the dowry?
This is the confusing. It's
maybe I just don't know about Indian culture or weddings or much. Continue, because I'm confused on that one. Dowry typically goes to the man.
Basically, it seems to
basically a bribe to say, hey, marry my daughter.
It seems it goes to the daughters and sisters of the groom, or at least that's what this book is saying. So this book, which is genuinely talking about the benefits of dowry, lists one of the benefits as, it makes it easier to marry off ugly chicks.
What? How did you...
I want that infomercial. Is your daughter ugly? Is she unsightly? Do you generally are repulsed by her very appearance? Well, do I have information for you? She can still marry a nice, attractive young man if you bribe him enough with a dowry. Which is apparently not what they do, because they give the dowry to the... I'm very confused. I'm still confused on that one.
Well, okay. So let's make one thing clear. This is obviously a incredibly misogynistic, sexist system that just is... you can't even call it old-fashioned.
Well, so dowry has been banned in India for quite some time.
Yeah, it's just archaic.
However, it continues as like a behind closed doors practice anyway.
This isn't a dowry. This is just a wedding present.
Exactly. Which I mean speaks to the problem. It's a misogynist system that even if the government stands against, is doing nothing to combat. And an example right here is this being in a genuine college textbook. Why aren't your fucking education systems looking at this shit and going, maybe not?
Perhaps. Let's not do it this way.
And my one guess is, if it's anything like the college system over here, this person probably wrote this book. The person who teaches the class that this book is about at some college somewhere nearby probably wrote this book for their college class, and it became a standard.
Now, may I add, there are things called a registry, which is a list of things that you would like, very conceitedly, for your wedding, college.
I mean, so like
housewarming, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But it's saying, hey, please buy me shit.
Oh, I missed this part. It's a nursing book.
It's
so
too
much
late.
Worse.
It's so much worse. It's the textbook of sociology for nurses.
What?
When I heard nursing, I thought it was woman feeding.
Yeah, so did
a baby.
I'm not gonna lie, so did I.
Oh, this gets so
I don't
much
even
worse.
know anymore. This is All Topics, No Pizza, the book. I just don't understand what's going on right now. It's all over the place.
I can't even begin to understand.
Guys, we can all agree. We as three men who have complete authority over the bodily autonomy of women can all agree that
I want a dowry.
The dowry system is fucked up.
Right
no, it's fucked up because I don't get shit. I want a dowry.
Yeah,
I don't want to be married. I just want things.
My sister's older and more successful than me, and I have to give her stuff that am given from my wife's family.
This is the sign of me distancing myself from Nick.
This is the sign of sarcasm, children. If you haven't lived up yet, you understand that this is a bit. It's all a bit. If you take the latter half of any of our discussion seriously,
this has all been a major ploy as an intervention for your misogyny, and particularly your hatred towards your sister's dowry that you will never receive.
Look, man, I love my sister to death.
I understand you love her dowry, and that's why you've been plotting her murder, and that is why I have invited Chris Hansen. No, I did not look him up.
Whoa, not Chris Hansen. No.
I did not look him up before I invited him, and he's very confused because everybody here is of age, and I would like to point out that I invited the wrong person, but he is here to talk to you and say, no, that's it. That's all we got. I couldn't pay. He's very expensive. I could not pay more for that.
But he's here. Just know, everybody who's listening, that Chris Hansen is in the background miming that I need to confess my sins. No, Mr. Hansen, you need to leave.
Yes, we don't have enough money to pay you anymore. Please leave because I'm already broke.
First of all, I love my sister. Second of all, have you seen the South Park skit?
Which one? That's a whole goddamn show.
There's a famous South Park Chris Hansen bit.
Oh, where he shoots himself?
I know the Boondocks Chris Hansen bit.
Call it Chris Hansen.
The Boondocks.
Oh, Boondocks.
We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Yeah.
Let's do the hard way.
Choice is yours. That's the best. I don't know who did that voice acting, but they fucking nailed that shit.
That's another one on my list. I gotta go rewatch Boondocks.
The choice is yours. I'll never forget that voice line.
I love that episode.
Well, India, you got a fucked up book. I also think this book is also in use in America from what I'm reading.
Why?
Because it seems to be in English and seems to be on Amazon in English.
People in India do speak English.
Yeah, but I would imagine...
They may have accents, but they speak English, you fucker.
I would imagine.
Chris Hansen? Oh, he left. I'm sorry.
Well, also, Chris Hansen doesn't do it.
He also blocked Matt.
Hey. He will do whatever I pay him to do, which is not much because I have no money.
Matt doesn't even have Twitter, but he somehow blocked Matt on Twitter.
Does Chris Hansen have... Hold on, I need to see something.
He pre-blocked you.
I'm going to get a cease and desist very soon from Mr. Hansen.
Oh my god, he does?
Of course Chris Hansen has a Twitter. What are you talking about?
No, he has a Cameo.
Oh, wait, does that mean that you could actually request him to be on anything?
You can pay $75 to get a personalized video from Chris Hansen.
It's a little rich for my blood.
No, are you mad? Are you kidding? That's so cheap.
And guys, houses are expensive, man.
A QR code lights up a Dallas night sky, and when you put it into your phone, what do you get? You get
hacked.
A Rickroll.
You get hacked.
You get a Rickroll.
And also hacked.
Texas drone business.
So here's the thing. This is funny. Please don't scan random QR codes. You don't know what they do. You don't know what that did.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey guys, there's a whole line of business where people go, all right, how do people do stupid shit and how do we prevent against it so that they don't sell our data from the company? That's literally their whole job, is to think that.
I'm embarrassed to admit this. I was at my uncle's place on the Super Bowl. So we watched some of the game and then the halftime show. And as you know, no one.
And what game do they play during the Super Bowl?
I don't know. Anyway, they because what I was about to say was you only watched the Super Bowl for the halftime show and the commercials, and there was one commercial that was a QR code bouncing around like the DVD logo, and it was a QR code, right? I paid millions of dollars for that, and I sat there and I was like, "That's dumb. No one's gonna scan that." And no one should. And then it was like over a minute. It was longer than a minute.
And then Deion learned what humanity is capable of, and it's not always good.
And so I thought it was going to be a short commercial. And also, no one's got time because everyone knows that like Super Bowl commercials are notoriously short because they're very expensive. It was like a solid minute. And I was like, well, since it's still here, let me figure out what it does. I immediately discarded my own advice, got up to try to pull my phone out. Luckily for me, my phone is bad at scanning QR codes. The next day, there was an article out that was like, Coinbase makes viral Super Bowl ad. It was like a technology site. We asked them, and they said they got this many hits off that QR code. Because obviously they can track that. It was an absurdly high amount. And so the article was just about, basically, please don't scan QR codes that you don't know what they do. If Coinbase was a malicious company, they would just have like a whole state's worth of people's information. Just straight up, if you don't know what a QR code does, don't scan it.
If you just don't know what something does, just don't fuck with it. I think that's pretty.
If you were not that's survival. People are so dumb if they scan this. I'm so upset.
And so every time that you get mad at your company or organization for doing multiple layers of security or password requirements, and you go, "Who's gonna steal my shit?" I'm like, "Well, anyone right there. That is the reason why we do all this shit."
My company sends out fake emails to see if you would fall for pretty much like 101 level like phishing scams. Yeah. I'll be honest. In the 2.5 years, almost 3 years I've been here, I've almost fallen for 2. They were very convincing. Only 2 though. They send out like 1 every 3 months or so. No. There's like 26 a year. So they send out about 2 a month. According to the stats on my profile page on our security section of the website of my company, I'm at like a yellow level risk. Not because I click on them, but because I don't click on anything. Because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to hit. If you don't think that an email is legit, we have this feature where you can. I'm sure most people have it, where you can like hit, "Hey IT, scan this email. Is this legit?" And if it was sent from IT as a security test, they'd be like, "Good job, you figured it out. This isn't legit. Please continue to use this feature." It's called like phishing.
Please continue to do the thing. Alert.
I've had one where someone was trying to actually reach someone in our company, and they sent the email to me for some reason, and they were like, "You should forward this email to HR. It seems legit, but it wasn't meant for you." Like they wanted like to receive information about someone's resume, and I'm like, "This is a phishing scam." And they were like, "No, actually, we checked it out. It's not for you." And then,
someone's just an idiot. It's just
so yeah. But one time this was when it was like in my first 6 months of my company. I was sitting here looking at this email for like 3 hours because what had happened was they had sent me work.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, no, I was just in between each of my tasks. I was like, "Do I click on this link?"
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sure,
no. It was
3 hours.
Like,
maybe it was like 10 minutes.
I was like looking at this email like, this is fake, right? Because it was 3 years ago. The Snowden case was really prevalent. And I didn't understand the scope of my company. My company does a lot of things. They give you like free tickets to an aquarium. They give you like all these perks. And so what they had done was sent an email under the guise of like a newsletter head. And I was like, does our company auto sign us up for news spam? Because 1, that's fucked up. But 2, if this is legit, this is dope. And it was like some information about the Snowden case when it was really fresh and something had come out about it. And I was like, I want to know about what happened with the Snowden case. Like they send out different versions for different people. My team leader did something about like his like IT security check. And apparently they're really fucking thorough and they do different ones for different groups of employees. This shit was fucking me up, man. I was like mentally like in war, and I eventually just flagged it as a phishing scam, and it was. But I wanted to know so bad. And I was like, I hate my company so bad. You almost got me, you bastards. You almost got me.
You almost got clickbaited into a virus.
That being said,
gaslit by your company into downloading a virus.
That being said, please do not scan QR codes that you don't know what it does.
That being said,
you might
despite the very lizard the lizardiest portion of your brain that is fully accepting the automation that your subconscious has put into place due to hyper-repetitive nature that has taken hold because of
Here he goes with the fancy words again.
Ignore all of your hardwiring that says, ooh, I see thing that should teach me thing. I scan thing that should teach me thing. Ignore it all. Don't scan it. Don't click the link. Don't press the hot singles in your area. It's all fake. It's all a scam. It's all phishing. It's all here to take your information. Matt's not even on the internet and someone stole his cookies.
Not my cookies.
Matt, did you ever... Remind me if I'm wrong. Didn't you have to deal with someone trying to steal your identity at one point?
It wasn't my identity, so I used to do freelance translation, which one of those was the Book of Mormon.
Right.
I think it was afterwards, after I was done that, someone had tried to hire me, in a sense, and they were giving me a bunch of bullshit and everything. Again, actually what they had done is they had actually compromised an email account from a university, so the email was actually legitimate. It wasn't spoofed. Like, I checked it, it was legitimate, but they were asking for something really fucking weird. And so, it was one of those things where, like Deion said, like, it was actually pretty thorough. It wasn't the Nigerian prince scam, like, there wasn't a lot of English errors, but it was, something was fishy. And so what they're doing is a money laundering scheme, is where they give me too much money, they give me, like, twice as much as they asked me for, and they say, oh, we made a mistake, just route the other half of that money to another bank account or whatever. And what that does is that the bank account they originally sent money to you from is actually compromised, and they do a chargeback, at which point you get charged the full amount, and then when you sent it to has been basically rerouted like 7 or 8 times, at which point you can't find them anymore, so your money's just gone and you're fucked. That is what the money laundering is. So if you're ever in basically a situation where it looks too good to be true, people are sending you money and they're trying to reroute it, it's a money laundering thing. Send it back, tell your bank that this is stolen money, and because you will be in way worse debt and trouble than just don't trust it. Just don't do it.
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
Yeah. Anybody listening, Matt will be our business lawyer when we take off. He will be handling all of our contractual negotiations.
With violence.
He's got a keener mind.
With impunity, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a keener mind and a more vicious eye than I doubt you will find anywhere in business land.
Anywhere in business land.
Yes, business land, which notably sits right next to Candyland and Chutes and Ladders land.
I love those.
Famously referred to as Monopoly Land, but they're trying to distance themselves from that terminology. You know, fair trade.
I love Monopoly too. People don't want to play with me.
I think we just established why people don't want
exactly.
to play with me.
I'm waiting for someone to come up with it.
I think this whole story points exactly why. Matt, the cunning businessman, versus Nick, the ADHD choo-choo train, and Deion, the well-to-do gamer.
Yeah, I don't get to. I'm not allowed to have fun during Monopoly.
No joke. I literally got broken up with over Monopoly, and it was great. I beat her ass so bad, and she was upset.
You literally beat a person so bad at Monopoly they broke up with you?
So hold on. This is her fault because she was like, I never lost a Monopoly. I'm too good. That was her fault. She challenged me. She shouldn't.
The whole point of playing a game whilst in a relationship is to have fun whilst playing the game in a relationship. Not
I was having a great time. I was having so much fun.
Jesus
It's her
Christ.
fault that she doesn't know how to have fun or understand that I will destroy her.
I'm going to say this right now, Matt. You are the Brennan Lee Mulligan in that regard in this fucking family.
I don't know what that means.
Means you come to play and you come to win.
I do. Guys, do you have a question?
Is it really that time? No way.
Yeah. I have one. I think I have one.
All right.
One or two.
All right.
I'll let you decide. You can choose your answer. What would you do if you found a 7-foot snake under the cushion of your couch? Or what would be your ultimate villain plan?
Easy. Ultimate villain plan. 7-foot snakes and everybody's couch.
Fuck! Perfect! Damn it! How did I not see it?
I'm not answering anymore.
You killed the questions. You literally took one question and beat the other question senseless with it.
Of course I did. Have you not met me?
God damn it!
I got that business sense. I got that keen vision.
Matt is also surprisingly the best improvisationalist.
I was gonna say that's that improv that breaks the other improvers, like that who's line that makes it
mad.
Damn it.
Mad. I walked headlong into that one.
Matt, you get 10 points for that. They don't do anything, but you
10
have them
points
now.
to Gryffindor.
They drag him out of the. He earns 20 billion points. We will officially take over editing the podcast.
I think you legally have to come up with a new question.
I don't have a new question, Deion.
So Deion, answer the question with your pug ass bitch answer.
Because Matt killed the snake in the couch. What was your ultimate villain?
I can tell you. I can tell you two things. I can tell you what my first initial feeling was, and I can tell you what I'd actually think that I'd do if I had the resources. If I was evil Batman, is that what you're asking me?
I mean, if you were just if you woke up
and by evil Batman,
your ideal supervillain. No, your ideal supervillain. Because everybody has the negative power fantasy, just like they have the positive power fantasy. For some people, it's the fucking dude who walks down the street just murdering everybody like a senseless moron. For some people, it's becoming the billionaire and owning all of the people that ever made them angry.
So you're saying if I was just de facto a supervillain, how would I have become a supervillain? What would I be doing?
These are questions you have to answer.
What would your supervillain plan be?
Okay, that's
what would get Superman to punch your roof in and then punch your skull?
Can't he just do that all together? Why does he got to do it twice?
Because he's Superman. He believes in a little bit.
My problem is, every time I think about, what would I do in real life? The problem is that I live in America.
Yeah,
and so
where supervillains really do exist.
Yeah, I know. So I would just
exploit the working class.
No. So, okay, so the problem is, the first thing I thought of when you say, what would you do if you were a supervillain? What's your supervillain plan? It would just be straight up some
Twitter.
It was some V for Vendetta shit where I would just dismantle the social capitalist regime. I would just be like, you know what? Let's blow up some buildings and literally crash the system. But that's not really a supervillain. It's only a supervillain for
that's just
capitalist. Yeah, it's you know what? It's not a bad.
Deion's
Now that you say it, hold on.
So Deion, you're actually stumbling quite along the same lines as where I kind of go in my.
But is that what a supervillain would do? A supervillain?
And that's the problem.
Because what
are we defining as super when it comes to villainous?
The problem is when you give an oppressed a lower class oppressed person superpowers, and they say, if you were selfish and villainous, what would you do? They still just do things that are accidentally pretty good for the society, because the society you live in is a capitalist nightmare 1984 regime. So the villain in that story is actually a pretty decent person.
Thanks everybody for listening. We started with people overreacting to changes in society and ended up with malware and scams. And we, just like you guys, have no idea how we got there either. We hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you next time. If you want to support us, we have a Patreon page, and Rumors will upload to YouTube, and I've also published 2 books. You can support us that way as well, if you'd like.
Malcolm X churns my brain.
I don't...
Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth, man. Shut your fucking mouth. God damn it. Fuck you. You got one. You got a solid one in, you bitch. It's the only thing that gives my existence meaning.
I don't think you made a typo with your speech. I think you said what you meant.
I think you
nailed it on the head.
It was one of those the drunk man says was on the sober man's mind. I think you exactly said what you meant to.